Well, it's a real pleasure to be here with Eamonn Hughes, and we are at Hughes Water Gardens, and today we're going to be talking about water lilies, because Eamonn, I think that a lot of us hear that word and we think of one type of plant, but there's really quite a selection to choose from.
There's a wide selection, but the two main categories would be what we call the hardy water lilies or the tropical water lilies. So the hardy in our area will survive any winter that we'll get here, as long as we don't get any more than 6 inches of ice, which would be very, very unusual.
So if you have them in a pond, just make sure they're below that 6 inch
Below that
mark.
level. Just slide them on deeper into the pond if you have to, and then you can bring them back towards the surface the following spring.
And we should say here that, you know, just if you don't have a pond, you can still have water lilies.
Oh, you can. They come in a wide range. There's some beautiful miniature ones that only have a flower about 3/4 of an inch across. They're really magnificent. They come in red, yellow, and white. And you can have those in a bowl just on your patio.
Yeah. Now, if it is a tropical one that you choose to invest in, what would be the best way to try to save that year to year?
Well, the tropical mostly are treated as annuals, but what you can do is put them in a bucket, the pot with the lily in it, and then put it in the garage for the winter. And maybe about 50–60% of the time you will manage to form a tuber in there over the winter, and it will come back the following year.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you would just, after danger of frost, would you measure the temperature of the water before you set it out, or would you measure the frost date?
Typically, the water temperature needs to be getting up 65 to 70 before you put it out.
Okay.
You know.
Well, you know, and I've always heard one of the I don't know if it's a myth or not that I've heard, is that they don't want any kind of real moving water. It has to be kind of stable.
Yeah, I mean, in their natural environment, they're always in still water. They're not in flowing water. And what happens is the foliage will be fine in the moving water, but you'll get a little less flowering on them. And the other difference between hardy and tropical is the hardy bloom probably a couple of blooms at a time, but the tropical give you great bang for your buck.
Yeah.
You'll get maybe 5 or 6 blooms every day.
Wow.
From sort of the end of June through September.
And some amazing colors in the tropicals too.
Yeah.
That
The blues and the purples, which you don't have in the hardies.
Well, you know, if you've been intimidated by water lilies, or if you just want to come on out and visit them here at Hughes, it's a great time because your Water Lily Festival is going on through Sunday.
Yep, through tomorrow.
So for more information, go to gardentime.tv. We're going to kick you on over to their website. Be sure and come out and visit Eamonn and his great staff. Thank you so much, Eamonn.
Thanks, William.